Street vibes. What's up? Heading that way on Sunday. Which way you heading, old man? What's up, Brian? I had this scheduled for an hour from now, but I had other big plans, but nothing seems to be working out today. So I just decided, grab some beer, go sit in the park, do my live stream. You driving? This crappy phone. I don't want to say crappy. It's a decent phone. It's just not a very good camera. It does the whole flashing thing, metering. It's not set up for low light. 4 hours. Yeah, I'll be here 4 hours. Not. As soon as I run out of beer. Mm. I have got to be very discreet here. They don't. They've got an ordinance against alcohol in the park, and oddly weed too. So this is me being discreet. Oh, we got 3 people in here. I guess we could probably go ahead and start. Need to get rid of the evidence. Conceal the evidence at least. Trying not to fill up my little box here with empties. Wish this chat window would stay up. You think? I don't think so. I think they see you drinking a beer. Things are different in California, man. Obviously, I don't know how they are in Reno, but I have seen Reno 911, and everybody there seems to be crazy, or at least funny. I don't think I've ever watched the whole show. I just watched a few scenes and some stuff on YouTube. It's pretty funny. Who all's in here besides Brian and old man that rides? I don't know your name, old man. You still in here? Well, you know, I'm sure you're going to get a whole lot more attention from law enforcement if you're making an ass out of yourself. I mean, that's kind of the way it is. But you like to generalize a lot. Oh, they're not going to mess with you. Yeah, they're going to mess with the other people first. They're gonna They're going to talk to the people that are seeking the attention. And I'm not one of those guys. But, you know, it's what do you call it? Caution. So I don't tend to dismiss um, the law. You know, there's a sign 40 feet away that says no alcohol in the park, and it will be enforced. I mean, you can say, oh, they don't mess. Yeah, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't mess with you until you get their attention, and then you know, then they got a absolute right to put you in the squad car, or at least give you a citation. Make your day less wonderful. Damn, I can't stand seeing the light flashing. So I'm in the desert, but it's nice and cool here. It's probably 81 degrees, but it's a very, very strong breeze. Hope it's not making enough the audio bad. Sorry for the short notice. I was planning on doing a live stream today, and I was thinking around 5 or 6. But then I pushed it back to 6 because I'm thinking, man, I gotta go run some errands. I gotta go get some stuff, get my oil changed, find some cable ferrules, some things that, like, I've lost all the ferrules. I've used all the ferrules, and they're gone now because they've broken and they flew off down the road. And I broke the last one on the way to Reno, in fact. So nobody in town will help me. And they act like I'm crazy, like nobody's ever repaired a cable before. A couple guys that, yeah, we can make you a cable. And I'm like, I got a cable already. What I want is a kit for the next time it breaks. Because if your cable breaks, I got nothing. Cable's easy. The cable part's easy. It's finding those little ferrules that you can screw down. If I was home, I would make my own. Because if it doesn't work, I'm not, you know, I don't have to get my bike towed somewhere. Anyway. 7 people. Who else in here? Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Just because there's a rule. Absolutely true. Yeah, I think they cut the homeless a whole lot more slack nowadays than they do anybody else. But 5 years ago, that was not the case. And the West Coast is kind of crazy when it comes to homeless. I mean, you don't see that crap on the other side of the Rockies. You don't see it at all. You see, you know, hey, you're shitting in the streets. We're going to take you to the shelter, or we're going to take you to jail, because that's the new psych unit. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. It's the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Can't you just go to the Triumph dealer and get a cable? You know better than that, Brian. When's the last time you went to get a specific part? Well, you got a Harley. All your shit fits all Harleys that have been made in the last 5 years, right? Every other bike is different. Specific cable, specific length. I've got the sheath, so I can make my own cable, but it's not a very well constructed cable the way I make it, so that's why I've been having trouble. I did check. The first thing I did was call all over the country, every Triumph dealer, and say, hey man, you got a cable for my bike? It's in an 08. That's a pretty big problem. I don't know, maybe 5,000 of these imported into the U.S., so it's not a very popular model. And yeah, there's not a single cable to fit my bike in all of America. So that answers that question. And it's a cable. It's a really big deal when it's broken, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal to put a new cable in, right? But that's what I've been doing, is running a new bare cable through the sheath, because the sheath is the big thing. A cable is a cable is a cable. You know, cut to length, do whatever you got to do, but the sheath is the big thing. The sheath has to be, you know, this big around and fit into these little slots. So, but even that's not that big of a deal. I'm sure there's probably something, I could probably figure out something that's going to be close, like, you know, some bike's got a, I don't know, 3.5 foot sheath, because really it's just got to go into the holder where you bolt it down at the clutch, right? And then the bottom ferrule has to go into that little slot that pulls your clutch. The top ferrule has to be able to go into the adjusting nut, and then that ferrule has to be able to fit into that clutch lever. Other than that, it's not that big of a deal, but that's probably a big deal. I just need I need the top ferrule. I can modify the bottom one. I just need a good cable. Or maybe I just need more adventure in my life and I need shit breaking every time I get on my bike. One of those two, I'm not really sure. Alright, let's see who's here. Everybody should chime in. Still having clutch problems, just got mine figured out. What was yours? Trap dealer. What's a trap dealer? Well, the bigger issue is even Harley doesn't stock parts anymore. You know, they got the stuff that they know is only going to be in stock for a week or two. I noticed that about, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. All the dealerships stopped stocking parts because inventory is expensive, you know. You're holding inventory, it's expensive. It's an expense, it's always been an expense, but maybe it's just the online age and people started ordering their own parts online and, you know, realized you can have your part in 2 days. If it's in America. If it's in China, it's, you know, it's 2 months. Or if it's in England, it's 2 months. But yeah, if it's in the United States, well, at least before COVID, you could have your part in 2 days. I have walked into not dealerships, motorcycle shops, repair shops. The guys that have the parts network, Parts Unlimited. There's 2 or 3 of the big parts houses. And, you know, walk in and say, hey man, I got a broken thing. How long is it going to take you to get apart? It'll be here tomorrow if I order it by 2. That used to happen a good bit. To a lot of shops. Can you have it here tomorrow? It'll be here by 2 if I order it by 2. I wish this damn chat would stay up on the screen. Yeah, Motorhead, what was your clutch problem? Over full on primary oil and primary tension was way too tight and the cable was stretched. Oh, okay, yeah. It was tight and the cable was stretched, yeah. So you got a new cable? Or you just adjusted it? Speaking of combos, these are actually freaking amazing. Cheddar cheese, bacon, unbelievable. I'm a pretzel guy, so I love pretzels, but most of them are the same. These bacon, cheddar, bacon, cheese. Oh, did I tell y'all I'm in the desert? Reno. I mean, it's what, 3,000 something, 4,000 feet here. So it's going to be a lot cooler than the people down the hill, but it's hot here. It's just a dry heat, so. Yeah, it was probably 95, 98 today. And Feels like about 82 here in the shade. It's really nice. And, you know, just get yourself wet. That dry heat evaporates and cools your body. It's just like sweat, except unlike the South, sweating and water works here when it evaporates. It cools you. I'm in Idlewild. Idlewild. Golly, why can't I say that? I'm only on my second beer. Idlewild Park, downtown Reno. Let me give you all a quick tour. Somebody carved an Indian across the parking lot. There are ducks everywhere. There's usually people everywhere. I'm not really sure what's going on. Came out here for food truck night. Supposed to be out here. Bunch of food trucks, but I haven't seen a single one. I'm eating combos. Pretty cool little park. Sounds like there's a baseball game going on. I think that might have been a hooker. Yeah, prostitution's legal in Nevada. Just not legal in the way I understand it. It's not legal if your county has more than 200,000 people in it. I think that's the cutoff. So you can't have hookers in Vegas and you can't have hookers in Reno, but I think most everywhere else. All you folks that are into hookers. Ten people. Must be Friday night. Must be Labor Day weekend. Let me finish this beer. I'll walk around, show you guys what all's out here. There's a big, it's a couple of big ponds. I don't want to call them lakes, but there's a big pond back there with all kinds of ducks and stuff. Hey. I'm really thirsty and I'm hungry. Haven't had a biscuit for breakfast. What was that? 9 hours ago. Anyway, who all's in the chat? Who all's watching? I can coast at coast at stop signs now. Good evening, everyone. Hey, old man. Welcome back. You want to ask, is that what that was, just as you said? Oh, yeah. That's a very odd-looking Indian. We got married there under the arch. Under this arch right here. Buy this man a coffee. Look at Lot Lizard. What's up, Jeffrey? You're 10 miles from a brothel. I don't think so. I don't think they have brothels in Reno. And I think in this county. I think that's the rule I was telling you. I think that's the way my buddy Dave here, I'm staying with Dave and Shannon, my buddies from Hawaii. They were trying to explain the whole prostitution thing, and I think the county has to have less than 200,000 people in it. So I'm not sure what that is all about, but it's the rule. Married a brothel girl. So, is she retired or is she still working? Don't know why the chat window is not staying up, but it's not staying up. Oh shit. 12 people in here and I can't tell what anybody's saying. Chat hidden. Live chat. There we go. I was going there so much, I figured I would just marry her so I could get a freebie. It's not hard to ride out of the county. Well, okay, 10 miles is not out of the county, bro. 10 miles not even out of downtown, so. Yeah, I think the Mustang Ranch is out here. I think that's what they were telling me. And I don't know from brothels. I don't know the whole history and all that. So I'm just repeating what I've been told. Kind of an interesting town if you can get past the heat. It's hot here. It's more like oven heat. It's not extremely uncomfortable heat. It's just radiant heat. Literally in Reno 10 times a month, if not more. We have a yard in Reno. Yeah, so you party here. Hookers are overrated. Yeah, love for sale, man. I don't know about that. I guess part of the whole sex thing has been, I got to be attracted to who I'm banging, But I don't know. I'm sure there's some beautiful hookers out there. I just haven't seen any. To me, it's like, how much is it? What's the going rate for a hooker in Nevada? I'm just curious if anybody knows. I'm sorry, Nevada. I'm being corrected on my grammar. Specifically from people who live here. Meat sticks. These are good. If y'all haven't had these before, really good. Watching the guy train his dog.
Come on, little boy. Sit down. Heel. Walk beside you. Heel. Right there.
It's actually pretty quiet compared to the last time I came out here. I came out here, I guess the second day I was here. I came to Reno to get a tire. And on the way, my cable broke. And when I'm sitting in the daggum parking lot calling around, trying to find a store that's got a tire, in Reno, I'm an hour outside of Reno, up north, California. And I'm calling around stores and I'm like, man, I know somebody that lives in Reno. And I'm just racking my brain. It's like Dave and Shannon live in Vegas, and they said something about Reno. I was like, let me text them. I said, did you guys move to Reno? Where you at, Don? I'm an hour out. It'd be great to hang out with you guys. Anyway, that was what, Wednesday? Yesterday, let's see. It was Tuesday. Anyway, got my tire put on. Wow. The tire was getting close. Hadn't started showing threads yet, but y'all know me, right? Just a matter of time. What's east of town, old man? That's a good one. A hooker is selling something she owns. Well, it's the oldest profession. It may be frowned upon. And I'm not judging the hookers. You know, they're free to do whatever the hell they want to. I'm very libertarian. As long as you're not hurting me, I don't give a shit what you do. But hurting me is a broad category. Hurting me with your loud pipes, you know, nobody's ever going to admit to that. You're intruding in my ear space, my brain. You're putting inputs in there that I don't care for. So yeah, that's one of the few things that people do that they don't think, well, you know, hey, I'm intruding on somebody else's peace and quiet. And it's pretty loud out here. It's rush hour going on right now. Yeah, I was going to say, a couple of days ago, it was very busy. I mean, everybody's out riding bike, everybody's walking their dog, everybody's pushing baby buggy, what do you call them? Strollers. Man, these are good. Well, no food trucks, but I'm getting food, so I'm gonna walk you guys around here shortly. Let me get one more beer. These dogs are funny out here. All the dogs have their heads stuck out the windows. Step 2. Yeah, I was thinking about coming into town and just trying to find some stealth camping because, I don't know, stealth camping is going to be harder in a town like this because the trees that are here were planted unless they're on the river. So, but I think this will be in the video eventually. I had my choice going south. Well, I could either go south or back up north, and I'd already seen everything up north. So what I did is looked on the map and said, big city, I need a cycle gear. They'll have tires. So started looking for cycle gear, and it was Sacramento, or it was Reno. Reno, oddly enough, being in the desert, temperatures were going to be 95, 96 this week. I was like, yeah, it's hot. I looked at Sacramento, 106 this week. I was like, yeah, guess we're going to Reno. And it was a good choice because it's nice here. We rode around Lake Tahoe yesterday, me and Dave and Shannon. That was a good day. Until we got back into town, specifically right at the beginning of rush hour. But it's not that big of a town, so we had to, let's see, we were coming back from the west, so we were coming out of California to get on the highway. It looks like an interstate, but it's just a big highway that goes north. Cold Springs, that's where they live. And I'm calling the Cold Springs Hilton because it's really nice. They just remodeled their house, and it's very comfortable. And I'm getting spoiled because they got air conditioning. I was getting soft before anyway, mainly because I have gotten spoiled with the altitude. You know, I get out of the heat by going up into the mountains, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 feet or more. Temperature drops. I don't have to put up with summer. I'm up at 6,000, 7,000 feet. It's between 75 and 85 during the day. Nice breeze, lots of sun. But then drop down to the coast of Oregon Oregon's coast is super cold too. You know, 65 to 75, really cold, which was kind of shocking. I've only been on the West Coast during winter, so I didn't know any better. I just thought it was cold everywhere. But it was cold when I went through Oregon because I was right off I was staying in the forest, 15-20 minutes from the coast. Florence was that's the place I remember. It's a little port town, and stayed there 2 or 3 days. Hooked up with a buddy, a nomad buddy. Well, he's a member of the MMB motorcycle. Minimalist motorcycle. It used to be minimalist motorcycle. What is it? I can't remember what it is now. Motorcycle vagabonds, anyway. And Bunka Biker. And I met him at one of the rallies. And he and brought his dog in the back of his Ultra. And he also brought a buddy with him. Oh no, he wasn't on his Ultra. He was on a what did he get? Super T? No, he had a KTM big 1290. Luxury bike. Yeah, he was telling me about all the controls and what does it do? It does suspension, raise and lower the suspension. It's like, yeah, that would be nice. I'd like to have about 6 more inches. That's what my wife said too. 6 more inches of travel before I bottom out. What's up, everybody who all just came in? Mustang Ranch. Yes, 2 weeks. Where's the Mustang Ranch, old man? You know where it is? I'd like to just go by and take some pictures from the outside for a friend. 2 weeks, Reno street vibrations, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be here that long. I heard that Steve Wallace's wife died, but I asked, and I didn't get an answer. So I've never seen Beautiful Wife, but yeah, that's pretty sad. Like, is he still making videos? How did she die? Very interesting stuff here. Yeah, Steve Wallace, the legend. I asked this before. Does anybody know who made the first stealth camping video? Me or Steve Wallace? Because I've got a stealth camping video from 2010, 11. My first stealth camping video. So I've been doing them a while. Not consistently like Mr. Wallace does, but that's kind of all he did. East of town. How far, old man? I may make that journey just to. Well, shit, I gotta go across the desert anyway. Probably gonna do that Tuesday. We're planning on a Virginia City ride Monday, and then after that, I'll probably just pack up and head east. I need to get back into Colorado. I missed the altitude. And now that it's probably not raining every night, that would be good too, right? All right, I'll take y'all for a quick tour. What do you say? Let me buckle my pants up so I don't get arrested for exposing myself to minors like all those other times. All right. Anybody seen the Indian yet across the road? There's the bike. This is where Brian and his brothel working wife got married, right here. Well, hell, let's just step through here. This is Idlewild Park, full of ducks. I mean, it's downtown. I don't know if you can see downtown. There's a lot of trees out here. I think there's more trees in this little area here than there's probably within 100 miles of here. You'll see the ducks over there. Try to get closer to the ducks. It's a pretty nice little park. Oh, there's a rail car. Doesn't look like it's run in a while. Huh. That's a pretty cool setup. Well, you'll see the ducks, I hope. There's a lot of ducks out here. This is just a small little ducks and geese. Man, that is a tiny gauge track. They probably flipped over in a turn, killed a bunch of small children, and they shut it down. I'm just making crap up. Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing the geese fly in. They'll come in like 6 or 7 at a time. Just zoom in and see these little tight lakes, and then boom. Downtown Reno, Nevada. Yeah, I'm more than an hour early starting the chat, so apologies for everybody that had plans on coming in later. Really didn't miss anything. I'm trying to do a live stream once a week. Sometimes it's impossible because there's no internet. Very breezy out here in the desert. Doesn't look like a desert, does it? It's got a river running through it. It's the Truckee River that runs through Reno. Runs out of California and into Reno. And then I'm not sure where it goes from there. Let's go over here and look at this Indian guy carving. So, I imagine this guy's pretty old. Back before everybody got real sensitive about the representations of Native Americans, cultural appropriation and all that crap. For all I know, that was an Indian that carved the Indian. I would not be surprised. Wapashone. Tribute to the Washoe Paiute Shoshone of Nevada. It's a tribute. Sculptor Peter Wolf Toth, 1986. Yeah, that was a while back. Carved out of wood, baby. Reminds me of Fight Club. You know, you get the guy, he joins up Fight Club, and you know, he's soft. You know, he might cry the first time, and then 3 weeks later he's carved out of wood. I think that's what he says. 3 weeks into Fight Club, and the new soft guys are all of a sudden they're carved out of wood, like this guy. He looks a lot better looking straight on at him like that. He looks kind of like me. Hope you enjoyed that short tour of Idlewild Park, downtown Reno. And the Sensory Garden, where Brian got married. To a sex worker. Because he got tired of paying for it. That is a pretty good one. All right, let's catch up on the chats. Somebody's got a comment about the geese or the ducks or something, right? I'm sure. Staying Ranch. 2 weeks Reno Street bus. He made a video and just said They both went to bed on Saturday night, and she was the only one, and he was the only one. Wow, that is sad. Was she? He's not that old. What is he? Mid-40s? It's a Mound House brothel just south of you. She heads south on 395. Good night, all. Gonna rub one off and hit the sack later, Jeffrey. Better late than never. What's up, Scooter Mullet? Bionic Biker. That's what I'm calling you now. I just finished our the salmon video where you peel out of salmon, and that's what I'm calling you now, the Bionic Biker. I should have come up with that name in the first video. I think you're gonna love the whole $6 Million Man thing. The salmon thing. I mixed a little bit of $6 Million Man in there. It's fun. It's funny, if nothing else. It's funny. I hope you enjoy it. Hello, hardcore bros. What's up, Wiley T? Welcome, everyone. Damn, we almost have almost 20 people in here, but we've only got 4 thumbs up. What's up? Oh, 5. Thanks. Whoever just did the thumbs up, thank you. I'm not sure if it does anything, but I've seen other people in the live streams go, hey, how about giving me a thumbs up if you're getting any value out of this? I don't know if there's value coming out of this live stream, but it's probably not a terrible way to waste a Friday night. I mean, I'm wasting my Friday night hanging out with you guys. Enjoying step 2 with Sierra Nevada's hazy little thing, IPA. Delicious. Enjoying a 0 sugar Tillamook smoked sausages. These are delicious too. Kind of like Slim Jims, but with actual meat in there, not just grease and cardboard. Where's everybody watching from? I'm real curious where the audience is. And I'm real curious if anybody's in here for Itchy Boots. I'm going to have to make a whole video explaining the whole Itchy Boots thing, because so many people are watching those videos and are just completely clueless. One of them even said they reported me for stalking. Clearly they didn't watch any of my other videos. One of them called me Gomer, which is probably not that far off. The shorts that I've done that have drawn in going on close to 30,000 people. And out of those 30,000 people, I think I'm closing on like 500, 600, 700 subscribers. I can't remember the number. I keep getting the numbers confused, but it's impressive. Just put Itchy Boots in the title, which there's Itchy Boots in this title. Idlewild Park, Reno, Nevada, with Itchy Boots. So, as long as I talk about Itchy Boots at some point during my videos, it's not clickbait, right? There's a guy stopped in the street out here. Is he moving? Let's show it. Oh, he's on his phone. Yeah, it's the traffic's starting to pick up. More people coming out, but it is 5:30. So if you're gonna hang out anywhere in downtown Nevada, I think one of the parks is a good idea. Thanks for coming out, y'all. It's not showing me chats. Okay. Michigan, what's up, old man? All right, thanks. Where's Richard? Richard's in here. I don't know. He may be taking a break. Yeah, dude. We can build him better is in there. We can build him better. Yes, it's totally in there. I think you're gonna like it. What really amazed me is that I took it off of a YouTube video, something somebody shot in the 70s, right? And I took it off a YouTube video, and YouTube didn't gig me. The theme song they didn't like, so somebody's altered the theme song to get it past the to get it past the dingers, the filters. Richard is in here. Scooter, speak up, Richard. Mid-Missouri. Albuquerque. My first time one of your live chats. Yeah, welcome, Rolando. Did you come for Itchy Boots? Sorry for the deception, but I'm doing a similar thing as she is, just I'm not as good looking, and I don't have as big a tits. Or people have heard about street vibes in the area and Itchy Boots, ask anyone on the street. Dude, my favorite comment of yours of all time is your response to somebody who's like, blah, 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 I think something's stalking. And you said, she's been stalking Moto Giant. I think we should push that, man. I think I'm gonna take that idea. A few adventure bike guys know who Itchy Boots is, but that's about it. I don't know anybody that knows her. I had to Google to see who she was, and when you kept talking about her and talk about boring. No, she does interesting stuff, man. She's a good-looking Dutch girl. She speaks like 12 languages. She's an engineer, chemical engineer that decided that she liked to travel so much that she started tweaking her career so she could travel on her motorcycle. Dude, she's only been riding like 6-7 years, but she's a beast when it comes to riding. And unlike Moto Giant, she has 1.4 million subscribers. Most of her videos get 500,000, close to 1 million views. So yeah, she's not something to be reckoned with. So I'll not have you bad-mouthing Nora Lee. She's not a nobody. She's far from that. Very far from that. Yeah, and I guess the things that you're interested in, you're probably not going to see. You know, if you're not interested in knobby tires and going off-road, well, you do that. But if you're not big into that, and I've always been big into that. You know, my first motorcycle back in the 70s was a dual sport. So, and I've just about always had a dual sport, or I dual sported my street bike. So. I like going out in the woods, man. I always have. I like the places that my motorcycle will take me that a car won't. Maybe a Jeep, but man, these chat things, this is just kind of worthless. There we go. Home in Tennessee, unfortunately, I don't have the budget. Yeah, you don't have the budget. Yeah, you got a much better budget than I do. You don't have the time. That's your problem. You don't have the time, or you're not willing to trade your time. Honestly, answer that question. I'm almost out of money. Yeah, that's why I am. I'm seriously considering. I think I'm gonna go chill in Colorado for maybe another couple of weeks. But yeah, probably by this time next weekend. I'll probably be back in Colorado. I'm not sure where I want to go, but it's got the altitude, and I want to get plastered drunk with the altitude of Colorado before I go back to the hot, sweaty South. And yeah, I'm running out of money. That's the biggest issue. But thank you to all my supporters. Y'all have given me at least an extra week, maybe 2. I'll have to go back and look at my budget. But yeah, all the folks that have bought me a coffee, links below, buy me a coffee. Hey, you know, who knows? You guys could come through in the next couple of weeks, and I could stay another week or 2. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not hanging my hopes on my YouTube audience keep me on the road for another month. I just don't think October's in the cards. I just don't think it's going to happen. And I need to go back to work and refill my bank account that I've emptied over the last months. It has been fantastic. I'm trying not to sound like I'm bitching or angry or anything like that. I've had a bit of a rough journey. I've had a lot of shit breaking, especially in the last couple of weeks. And the bike may be on the verge of falling apart, but I think as soon as I got out of California and got some decent gas, it could fill my tank all the way, because I can't do that in California because those stupid freaking environmental nozzles that I can't. It's not made for a Triumph. I can't get the environmental nozzle anywhere but half the tip of the thing goes down halfway into my tank, so I can get 2.2 gallons instead of almost 4. So that and shitty gas, man. My bike has ran like shit all the way through California. So I'm not in a big stinking hurry to go back. Yeah, I don't want to sound like a bitchin', I really don't. Time is money. Yeah, time is money. You're trading your time for money. And I have come to terms with the fact that my time is more valuable than money, and I am no longer willing to trade my time for money, or at least the same kind of money that I've been making a good part of my life. Well, hell, even really good money. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to work 3 months out of the year and just slide through. Because I can't see ever having a mortgage again. Can't see making payments on anything. I can't see having more bills than I've got right now. And man, it's so good to have that much freedom to go, well, I don't have to pay for a whole lot. Putting gas and tires and glue on my bike to hold it together. Yeah, that's it. I was just thinking about that. Folks are not going to understand the video I'm going to make, a couple months from now. I'm going to make a all-encompassing, here's what I learned kind of thing. It may be a series because I've learned so much. But the thing that people don't realize is you got to eat at home. So food is not that much different on the road, except if you cook a lot at home, it's going to be more expensive on the road unless you cook on the road. So, but food has been very low on the expenses. Tires, fuel, beer. I'm gonna have to. Maybe it's just I'm trying to rationalize my beer budget, but it doesn't seem like it's that much. It's probably less, a good bit less than my food budget. I don't spend that much money on food, so I've been trying to stay away from the restaurants. But sometimes, man, sometimes I just got to get a steak. Sometimes you just got to get a pizza. Sometimes you got to just go sit down in the pub and have a few beers, have an $18 hamburger. Yeah, going out this trip, unless you're in a very small town, going out this trip is $40, $50 if you throw in beer in there. Hell, even if you don't, if you go in and order tea, it's $25, $30 for dinner, so one person. Everything's expensive out here. And I'm not a big fan of fast food, so. Welcome, everyone. How many people we got in here? Wow, we got a lot of people. 23, yeah. Who all's new? Who has never made it to a live stream, a Moto Giant live stream? Who has not made it to a Moto Giant live streamer? Who's first time? We just had somebody tell me it was the first time on a live stream. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Pink Scooter Dude. Instagram, man, I haven't been following him. when I'm in town, when I have internet, when I have power, I don't consume social media very much. A buddy likes the town of Genoa, east of South Tahoe. Maybe a few adventures. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm missing these chats, y'all. I'm trying to keep up with them. I am not a brothel girl, Brian. You think I wouldn't see this? Oh, busted. That's so funny. She is up the border, going to Alaska. Yeah, I figured she was probably done with Alaska by now, because she's way behind me. We were in apparently we were in the Tetons at the same time, and she just posted her Teton video just recently, right? So she's just now getting into Idaho. She's weeks behind me. What does that tell you, fellas? I'm staying on it, and she's sleeping in hotels every night. You'd think she could stay with the editing. Maybe she just likes riding more than she does editing. I mean, I do. Not a brothel girl, Brian. You think I wouldn't see this? Oh shit. Oh shit. Brian's gonna have papers served when he gets home. So true. Starter carped out on me. At least I'm home. Yeah, how far did you get, Philip? 20 people in here and only 5 likes. Thumbs up for the algorithm. Thanks, Richard. All you do is pull the rubber back when you're feeling a motorcycle. I'm not sure what that means. let's not have violence in the let's not have family violence in the live stream, please. You'll be able to deal with Brian tomorrow, Pinkham. I feel for my buddy. It's kind of like what all men do. We put our feet in our mouth. We just speak our minds. Man, I can't see shit without these glasses. What do you think Reno's gas comes from? Oh, the gas over here is fantastic. We rolled into Tahoe yesterday, rode around the lake, and I was like, I can make it back to Nevada because I have had nothing but shitty fucking gas in California. So, yeah, bike's been running great over here. I mean, not that California is not beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place, and I would like to explore more. I guess just this is not the year. I cut across everything I've ridden so far. In California, I've never ridden before, so I was excited about that. Shocking how much of that state has burned in that little corner that I rode through. Shocking. I think we've got a swim meet tonight. Man, this is a really nice park. It's big. We've got a big, huge Olympic. It looks like Olympic-sized swimming pool over there. It sounds like they're having a swim meet. There's several other parks around the river too. So that's a beautiful town considering. Does anybody see any desert around here? Anybody? Bueller? Stand by, I need a thunder step too. Squirrels over here trying to get a nut. Brian, you type too much, man. The generalizations, you know that's going to get to me, right? You know, generalizations that are maybe true in your world, but they're not in mine. Like the water thing. Every gas station has water. Nope. In fact, the last 3 that I pulled into think those were in Oregon then. Yeah, all those were in Oregon. So the last 3 gas stations I pulled into Oregon, I just kind of buzzed around. Where's the water that Brian keeps talking about? And I assumed, you know, you're making a generalization based on California. Or maybe it's just a truck stop thing. The truck stops may have water at every, that seems reasonable to me. But yeah, gas stations, I've been looking for water for the last 25, 30 years. It's very rare. I could think of one gas station in Moab out of the 6 or 7 that are there. One of them has a freaking hose. You go turn the nozzle and take the hose out. So yeah, water's a big deal for me. So maybe it's more plentiful at the truck stops. I don't know. But I can tell you it's really cooled off today here. 21 people here. Who hasn't chimed in yet? I want to know who's here. What do you think Reno's gas comes from? Yeah, I'm sure Brian delivers all over the place up here. I spent 2 nights in Reno on the return trip. Did you say how you were going to make it across? Dude, I'm all ears for a route. I'm thinking about maybe crossing early in the morning, maybe like cutting out here 4:30 and getting as far as I can, just blazing as fast as I can go. At least getting maybe roll into Bryce Canyon or something up high. I don't know. Highway 50, better gas up. Yeah. Well, I probably got less range than you do. What do you got? 200 miles? I got just over 200, but not when I'm blazing. Yeah, man, y'all should hook up with my friend Richard here, Scooter Mullet. Y'all are about to see his bionic videos. Y'all are about to see what he can do with that bionic leg. You know, he was broken, but they made him better, faster, and stronger. He can pick up a Harley with one arm. A loaded Harley. Kind of jealous. But technology, man. You know, we're sending probes to Mars. Why can't we build a superhuman biker? Also known as a bionic biker. That's gonna be coming out. Let's see, Missoula's probably coming out Sunday. Was it salmon we did right after Missoula? I don't remember. I think it was salmon that we did after Missoula. I think it was. So Missoula's coming out Sunday. Salmon should be, Bionic Biker should be coming out either Tuesday or Thursday. So don't miss that episode. That's going to be fun. And I don't know if you guys knew this. What I have been doing, I try to on every video, but sometimes I don't have but one video made up, so I can't link to the next one. But if you guys want to get ahead of the stream, I think I did, the most I've done I think is like 4 at a time. So you go to the end of one video and you see the end screens, you got the last, you got the next, you got the playlist, and then you got subscribe. So the end screen, I'm trying to be consistent, but it's kind of hard to keep up with the videos sometimes. But if you come in, if you watch the video all the way to the end screens, little windows pop up. You can click on them. The one on the left of the screen is the last video, if you look at that and you're like, what the hell is that? I've never seen that. Click on that. Go back and watch the previous video. And then you can come back to the other video that you just watched. Go click on the next video. They'll eventually all be linked together, in theory. But if you want to get ahead of the curve, hopefully there'll be at least one video at the end of every video. You can go, the next video, click on the next video, and you get to see it before everybody else does. Very few people. I mean, a typical video maybe 400 or 500 views. There may be 30 people that watch the next video by clicking on the end screen. Just a little quick tip for the people in the live stream. Oh, and I've got a bunch of secret hidden videos too. Oh wow, there's a hooker. She's kind of hot. I wonder what her going rate is. No, she's got a nice outfit on. And happens to have a nice body. But I'm a dude, so. Sorry I'm eating during the stream, I'm hungry. How do you do that, old man? I mean, I've asked permission for water and ice, but usually I would much rather just kind of go outside. I got to fill a big bag full of water. I'm not going to do that inside at the pop machine. Yeah, you're talking about a cup full of water. I'm talking about shower water, like 8-10 liters of water. Nobody wants to see me walking in there with a big black bag, rubber bag. Get my water. That's a good tip. I got new chats that I can't see because this YouTube app sucks balls. Your range is only 120. What do you got, a Sportster? The trick at the pop machines is lots of ice. Oh yeah, if you can con the teller, and I've been there. Hey, I've done that many times. It's like, hey, I want to buy a 6-pack of beer. You think I could fill up my little tiny cooler with a little bit of your ice from your drink machine? And most of the time, if you word it right, it's no big deal. They're like, yeah, go ahead. Especially if it's a woman. Impressed with the Ghost Town Road trip. Dude, that is a cool spot. I didn't spend any time because my buddy is down below sitting on his bike, crying because his bike's not made for off-road stuff and it's loaded down, and oh yeah, he's got one leg, but I didn't want to go up there and have a bunch of fun and come back and go, hey, look, I know I said it was going to be 30 minutes, but it was really going to be 2 hours. It was a cool spot. I probably could have easily spent 30 minutes up there. I just felt bad. But ego, it was both of our egos. I didn't want to suggest that he couldn't go, and he didn't want to say, yeah. I mean, I stopped at the bottom of that hill and was like, this sucks. And I waited for Richard to catch up. I probably should have had another conversation with him there. You sure you're going to be okay? And he probably would have done the same damn thing. I would have, probably. Well, it's just a Harley. It's got street tires on it. It's only weighing in at 1,200 pounds, 4 times what I weigh. There's that. Anyway, it was a good ride. Turned out okay. Nobody broke anything. We all survived. And we got a decent story. Right? Man, this app sucks. I hate this YouTube app. It sucks. Use the faucet outside the building on any gas station. You sound just like your husband. I have looked at hundreds, if maybe not 1,000 gas stations, including Oregon. The 3 I looked at Oregon, none of them had an outside spigot. Or if they did, they had a key thing. So, yeah, I think y'all got a different impression. And maybe it's just a California thing. I don't know. But I can tell you, I've been looking for water consistently for the past, since 2015. Water is very important for me. And, you know, I just expect that there's not going to be a spigot. When there is a spigot, I'm very pleased and I take note and I know where those gas stations are. So you guys have a vastly different experience than I do. But then again, I've been all over the United States. You guys haven't been, what, west or east of the Rockies? So come east. Find out the truth. Find out reality. Find out something at least beyond California. I think that's what Brian was saying is it's a law. You have to have water if you're a gas station. Maybe true. If you're a gas station in California, you have to have that stupid recovery nozzle that won't fit on my bike. Or it'll fit, but you can't fill my tank up. Just over half full. It's very frustrating. 20 people. Who all's here that I haven't heard from? Chime in. Tell me where you're from. How you found it. How you found the live stream. Yeah, dude. Richard, I'm absolutely sure that you could have made it up that hill. But, you know, would you have been missing another leg? You know, at some point it's like, when you see the video, well, no, you've probably already seen the Garnet. I mean, it's a bunch of old buildings. I would have liked to have gone in them, maybe read a few signs, but I don't know, man. I gotta draw the line on myself, and I've drawn the line on lesser roads than that. I have drawn the line. But yeah, I'm not camping up there because I've got to come and go and get supplies. And if I'm coming and going up this nasty, you know, black diamond single track with a loaded bike, if I'm going up it 3 or 4 times, like, at some point I'm going to make a mistake and fall off the cliff. So yeah, you probably could have made it, but we probably both could have got injured. You know, I just got lucky, and I've got more clearance, and I've got better tires, and anyway, yeah, less weight. Yeah, dude, even with my fat bike, I think I was probably 200 or 300, 400 pounds lighter than yours. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, you could have been more of a hero, but you tried it, which I admire. Now, if I'd have said, dude, don't go up this hill, and you tried it, and you got hurt, I would have been kind of pissed. Oh, shit. Now I got to carry your ass out of here. Now I got to wait on the ambulance and the tow truck and the cable recovery system that's going to pull your broken bike off the side of the. Much harder to find spigots out west than here? No. I mean, according to Brian, they're everywhere. Every store has them, which is not true in Oregon, because the three places I stopped in Oregon did not have a single spigot, or at least accessible. So yeah, I mean, that was on the coast of Oregon, and I almost pulled out my camera. I was like, yeah, I saw your video. They're everywhere. You filmed the one spigot that you found. They're everywhere. Okay, I could easily outdo you, and I'm probably thinking that's, you know, let's put some money on it. Let's put some money on it. Whoever wins by filming the most non-spigoted gas stations. Isn't that what we're talking about? We're talking about gas stations, right? I will win hands down. I will win hands down. I mean, Even considering the fact that that's what you do for a living, visit gas stations for a living, I think I'll still win. Because you've only got a few hundred, right? You don't have 10,000. I could visit 10,000 on the way home, probably. Well, I could visit several hundred. But that's a pain in the ass. Here's my camera. I'm filming all the way around the building. No spigots. Now there's spigots, but usually they're protected. They don't have a valve. Those, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. What's commercial? Todd mentioned it. Go to Home Depot, get you one of those keys. I think it's like a square key. It's like a almost like a inverted Allen key. That's the valve. So if you get a inverted Allen key, one with a hole in it, you stick it into that square Allen key valve assembly, open up a thing. Sometimes they're locked even. People don't like sharing their water. I'm surprised they are forced to in California. But you know, it's a socialist country, so. All right, 20 people. Who all's here that hasn't chimed in yet? I want to know who all's watching. Oklahoma got an alert. He has no business going as far as he did. Who's Oklahoma? I will always win, you know. Show me the spigots outside of California. That's all I'm interested in. Pull the rubber back? I tried that. Well, maybe I didn't try hard. I don't like communism, ma'am. What's up, Hoagie? Good to see you, man. I hope you didn't come in. Well, you probably did. You probably came in exactly when the live stream was scheduled. Sorry. I got out here early. I was like, man, I'm going to sit here and drink some beers. I know I'm not going to want to do my live stream. So I was like, let's go ahead and start it early for the people the other people that have nothing to do on a Friday night. My buddy is teaching a class tonight, so I'm kind of on my own. And I didn't want to go sit in a bar and spend $70 drinking fine beer out of the tap and maybe decent food. There's supposed to be food trucks here tonight, and there are none. This is supposed to be Food Truck Friday in Idlewild, the park here. I'm gonna walk y'all around again since there's 20 people in here. Give y'all a tour of Idlewild, downtown Reno, Nevada, the desert. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, everything you ever think of when you think of a desert. We are in the desert, brothers and sisters. Where are my sisters? Chime in if you don't have a penis. I mean, if you don't have a substantial penis, you can chime in too. Check out the geese. Let's go over there and check out the geese. There is a significant amount of geese in this park. And a significant amount of green grass, oddly growing in a desert. And they've got a river walk too, but I'm not sure exactly where the river walk is. I don't guess I was really that interested in it. I was expecting a lot more people tonight because this is supposed to be Food Truck Friday. Now that's a hell of a gopher hole right there. That's even bigger, look at that. But check out the geese. They come in like 6, 7, 8 at a time. It's pretty cool watching them fly in formation and they just land in the lake. But there's geese, there's ducks. It's very beautiful. It's very windy out here today too. How long staying in Colorado? I'm gonna try to push it out until I'm just completely out of money. Probably, I'm gonna try to push it to the end of September. That's the best I can tell you. I know that's not probably an answer that you're looking for, fellow rider, but yeah. Old man standing up noises. It's everything. It's standing up, it's getting out of bed, it's everything. Man, this app sucks. There we go. Put $20 in a penny blackjack, only play 1 penny a hand. They bring you, yeah, somebody else told me that too. Paying cash out when you're done, you will probably still have 20 or more if you win like me. Yeah, I've never been really lucky gambling, which is why I don't gamble that much. Wow, this. Drink free in the casino. There's a casino right down the street from where I'm staying. It's kind of funny. It's more of a diner than it is a casino, but there's a whole lot more people in the casino. But it's, you know, it's like little gaming computers kind of thing. I don't think they even have handles. Go to Plumbing Supply and buy a key. I might do that. I hope I answered your question, fellow rider. I'm probably going to be there at least a couple of weeks, I hope. But it, you know, all depends on when I run out of money, because I got to get home. You know, I can be broke at home. It's just hard being broke on the road, because your motorcycle doesn't go very far when you don't have money. I guess I could get one of those little cardboard signs and a marker. Spend my last $3-4 on a big marker and say, out of gas, we'll have sex with good-looking women for money, gas money. You sympathize. What am I missing, Neil? Oh, the standing up thing? Yeah. I've been doing that most of my life, so. Yeah, dude, you're coming out to Colorado? You may already be out there. I don't know. I can't keep up with everybody. I'm really happy with the people that have come out and hung out, ridden with me. This has kind of been a real treat. Meeting all the people that I would never have met had it not been for people on YouTube saying, hey, man, you're not that far from me. I think I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna ride like Jamie rode over 3 states. Scooter Mullet, Richard, he's in here. Rode all the way from Tennessee to come hang out with me, and then he went up to Washington and Oregon and before riding back home. Yeah, that was a real treat. He didn't even hang out that long, but you know, everybody's got commitments, so. Well, yeah, it's been a real treat hanging out with the people and riding with the people that I would not normally be able to do that. And it's, you know, all because of YouTube, making stupid videos on YouTube. I get to meet cool people. One-legged bionic bikers. I got a tour from Jamie, who is out in California right now. I got a tour. Jamie took me on a tour of the northern Nevada desert. Check it out. There goes some geese flying all by himself. Yeah, it's been a real treat. There he goes. He's coming back in. You see him? It's a bunch of squawkers in here for sure. Holiday weekend. You rode past my house. I waved. Yeah, no, I don't think I went that far south, bro. But good try. Yeah, so this is what you're missing. How hot is it there? It's not bad, dude. It's a whole lot better than the south. 95, 98 degrees today, but when you're in the shade, it's nice because it's not very humid and you can see the wind. It's got a brilliant breeze blowing right now, so let's see if I can zoom this thing back out. Yeah, you can see it and hear it, right? It feels like a spring day right now. It's 78, 80 maybe. It's nice, the sun's going down. It is 6:15 here, and it should be a lot hotter, but that breeze has been taking all the heat away. And this is the arch that Brian got married under. And that's the Indian that I carved back in 1986, back before cultural appropriation was a thing. Hope you enjoyed that tour. I do like showing off the stuff that I'm seeing because I don't know any better way to show what's going on, especially if there's questions coming in. Like I don't know what questions you guys have. Like, what's the temperature? It's a freaking desert, man. It should be really hot here, but it's not. It's a whole lot hotter in Alabama right now. It's probably 95, 98 there and 98% humidity. So, yeah, that's the one big difference. Even when I'm hot here, I can just pour some water on my head, get my shirt wet. I'm cool. As long as I'm standing in the shade, I'm fine. That's the difference. Rockies and West, the dry air, it's unbelievable. You can, like swamp coolers. Nobody has swamp coolers in the South because they don't work. But out here, you can use the power of evaporation and a fan and cool your house conceivably. You put just a big mesh blanket and run water, trickle water over a mesh blanket and pull air through there, and it will cool everything out. I mean, it's kind of the same principle as air conditioning, except it's a whole lot less complex. There's no compression and expansion. You're removing the heat from the air through evaporation, and it's external evaporation rather than internal. So anyway, no, let's not get into physics while I'm three beers in. It's just one of those concepts that's really hard to grasp until you see it firsthand. And when you see it firsthand or feel it, that's more impressive. It's like that's I think I said earlier when I was talking about getting spoiled. I've been spoiled by the altitude, especially at altitude, because altitude, you go up, you lose heat. You go up in altitude, you lose heat. When you go down, you gain heat. And not just that, typically when you go up, you lose moisture. So, if you're at 8,000 feet, it's cooler and drier and makes me a very happy boy. That's why I'm headed back to Colorado. Probably Tuesday morning early. Probably make a beeline and try maybe get halfway through Utah before it starts sucking all my juice out. Maybe find someplace up high in Utah to camp. And the next day roll out into Colorado. Find me some altitude before I start heading back to Alabama. It's been nice here. My host, Dave and Shannon, have said, hey, use this as a base, man. Just decompress, chill, and mostly what I've been doing is bike maintenance because I got a garage. I got a place that I can put my bike and actually do maintain it. And you know, I got power and I got a good internet signal, and you know, I don't know. I think they've got like 6 libraries here. I've done 2 of them already. Gone in and got some work done. Oh, the sun's coming through the trees. Oh no. Oof. Yeah, let me move this around so I can read it. Sorry. Stand by. Well, I'll say it from this end. I enjoyed the ride as well. It was a real pleasure, Don. I would do it again anytime. Well, dude, we're not that far apart. It's not like we're going to be on different sides of the country. We can have a weekend anytime. Just don't tell anybody. Dealing with 2 funerals. I'll get a hold of you if I do. Facebook me. I try to point people to the contact me page on the about with YouTube, and everybody struggles with that. I'm Don Redman on Facebook. You will see me. I'm doing a wheelie on a big GS. You can't miss me. Don Redman. That's how you get in touch with me. Love to hang out, even if it's for just a couple of days. Just go visit Reno Trio. Who the hell is that? Triumph. I don't know why I would go to a Triumph dealer. You guys hold a lot of stock in Triumph or Harley dealerships. I don't like dealerships. They don't have my stuff. Nobody in the country of America has a cable for me at a Triumph dealer, so why would I go there? Oh, and here's the kicker that everybody seems to assume that I'm riding a new Triumph. I am not. This is a 2008 that I'm riding. So it kind of throws a few more wrenches in the mix. Some dude, when I was eating breakfast, some dude comes up to me. I can't remember. It was some kind of a cruiser. I don't know. It was a metric or Harley. Anyway, he comes rolling in. He goes, "Is that your trumpet?" And I looked at him and I was like, "You mean Triumph?" "Yeah." I was like, "Yep, that's me." He just kept walking. Like, yeah, I know people call Triumphs different things, but you start off with a rude conversation, and I'm not a brand guy. I was trying to tell Brian that. I don't think he understands what the hell I'm talking about. He thinks I hate Harleys. I don't hate any bike. I hate people that ride a bike because it has a brand on it. I have very little patience for people that only know one motorcycle. I hope everybody understands that. I don't hate motorcycles. I hate people that think that their motorcycle is the best. So yeah, I think that was my comment to Brian. Is it's Harley culture I don't like. I don't. Harley's a fine bike. I would own a Harley. I don't have a problem with Harleys. I would not buy a new Harley, mainly because I don't have $40,000 fucking dollars to piss around. But yeah, I have ridden many Harleys, and I'm trying to remember one I didn't like. I really don't remember one. I rode this old shovel head that was hard as fuck to kick. You know, it didn't have an electric start. But other than that, you know, it's the old points Harleys. I mean, obviously you can fix them yourself, but you know, kicking over a damn big ass engine like that with your foot, that would, you know, you kick it the wrong way, it throws you over the handlebars, breaks your leg. Scooter Mullet, he should probably tell you the real story. It wasn't a car accident that took him off. It was an old shovel head. It was an old ornery shovel head that took his leg. Just kidding, man. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about your brand. I really don't. That's everybody. I don't give a fuck about your brand. If you like your motorcycle and you ride it all the time, good for you. You're the kind of people I like. Since I have no bike, I would like anything right now. But I do like Hondas. Dude, there's motorcycles everywhere. if you get hung up on making a payment, that's the only way you think you can buy a bike, you're probably never going to own a bike unless, unless you've got really good credit or you got a good job or whatever. But I've seen that and heard that so many times is, yeah, I've been looking at bikes. I'm like, yeah, I can remember the first bike I tried to finance. It was a Honda Ascot 500, and this was 1970, no, 1980. I mean, I think I was like 16, 17. No, I was 18. It was the first bike. I was like, I want a new bike. I had that dream, the American dream. You got the new everything. This thing was the sexiest thing I've ever seen. I still like these bikes. It was a V-twin, and they make a thumper, or they made a thumper at the same time. I think it was a 500 thumper, and then they had the 500 V-twin. It's like a sport bike. I mean, it's really a standard, but it was very sporty at the time. They didn't have sport bikes back then, or at least a genre. They may have made a few, but this was a 81, 82 VT 500 Ascot, and I went into the dealer. I was like, "Oh yeah, I can afford this payment. Yeah, hook me up, brother. What do I do?" They're filling out the forms. Okay, here you go. Sign these. Like, well, you got to have insurance. I was like, okay, what do I do? Called the insurance guy. Insurance was more than the fucking bike payment. And I was just crushed. It's like, this is double. I thought I could buy a motorcycle on payments. And it was just crushing. I was like, I had this fucking brand new motorcycle. And I think at that point, I'd had like 3 or 4 motorcycles. And, they were all used. They are all kind of worn out, and I wasn't real good at maintaining them. So it was like, oh, it's broken. I'm going to spend as much to fix it as I paid for it. Well, let me just go buy a new motorcycle. And, yeah, that was a soul-crushing defeat. And ever since then, I've been like, yeah, I'll buy something used. I can afford those. I can pay cash for it. At the time, in Alabama, you didn't have to have insurance on a motorcycle, so, you know. But if you were making payments on it, you had to have insurance. And I can't remember what the number was. It was like $200-300 a month. It was something I could afford, but then when you throw $300-400 a month insurance on top of it, I was like, okay, I guess I'm not getting this fucking awesome motorcycle, and I still want one. That very motorcycle. So if anybody's got any leads on a VT Ascot, I'm all ears. I think I saw one recently for like $2,200. Man, it's not a great motorcycle. It's kind of small. But man, just to think, 17, 18 years old, I could have been the fucking king, the big dick in my neighborhood. Are you going to Colorado? Since I have no bike, yeah, you can get parts for a 32-year-old HD. Yeah, can't get them at the Harley dealership, can you? It finally gave me an extra income, so at least I can start looking for one. Dude, look for a used bike, and keep looking until you see the bargain. Yeah, dude, I love those VT 500s. And I'm trying to think of anything else from that era that I liked. I don't remember anything else. I wasn't into Harleys back then. I just like dual sports, but that was the one street bike that I just really, really liked. Retired slick salesman. Yeah, dude. I just like to ride one. I never got to ride. They didn't do demos back then. You couldn't come into yeah, they would laugh at you. Come in and say, yeah, let me ride this thing. Nope. No, we sell these bikes. We don't let people ride them. They're not rentals. I didn't care. All I had to do was sit on it. Those were the days. Wow, this app sucks. I'm trying to.
Don't show your teeth. Be like, are you jealous? Don't show your face anywhere.
I'm surprised at how little amount of people. During the week, the last time I was here, there was 3 times as many people. Middle of the afternoon, 2, 3 o'clock. Shocking. Yeah, there's almost nobody out here. I guess they didn't know the live stream was going tonight. I don't know. Anybody got any ideas? They didn't know I was live streaming. And oh yeah, did y'all know that Itchy Boots has been stalking me? Water buffalo. Look for a nice, used, well looked after one. Man, you know, I don't know if that's a thing because there's not a lot of people that know what the hell they're doing. You know, service records, yeah. If you got somebody that's like, yeah, I did all the service intervals, I did that, here's the paperwork, yeah, I think that's probably worth a little bit more money than somebody like me that's like, yeah, I don't remember the last time I changed the oil. Yeah, you can see the tires are worn out, the brake, it needs brakes, it needs this, it needs that. But I give my bikes away. That's the difference between me and most everybody else. I think I've talked to 2 other people that do what I do. Man, I don't want any hassle. I don't want you coming in here and going, well, I know you're asking for half the market value of your bike. Will you take a quarter? I don't deal with those people. It's like, no. You know, I'm asking a very fair price. It's basically I'm giving the bike away. Half of market value. You're not going to buy this bike. And I don't deal with those people. You come in, it's like what I did with this bike. This guy, the guy that was selling the Triumph that I'm on, probably asking $1,500 under book. Very well cared for. Had several of the Farkles that I like that worked perfect for me. And I was like, I didn't haggle. I said, here's your cash. Give me the title. And he gave me a bunch of free stuff with the bike. I wish he'd have given me a new helmet. He did have a brand new helmet. It was a full face, brand spanking new. So I'm gonna keep the helmet. Like, okay, you can put that on the shelf. People can look at that and go, oh yeah, you're a biker. It's a cool helmet. I just don't like full face helmets. So. I am a modular guy. I've been a modular guy for 15 years since they came out with modular helmets. I always took mine to my repair shop specialist for an annual tune-up. Yeah. Well, I pretty much do all the work on my bike. Suspension work, I usually let the experts do that, but other than that, you know, valves, oil change, brakes. Most of the tires, if I'm at home, I can mount my own tires. Out here, I just pull the wheels. Let the guys with the spoons do the rest. There are owners like me out there too. Well, you know, just buy a bike that you're comfortable with and know the warning signs of, you know, just, and the older the bike is, I hate to say it, but the older the bike is, the better deal you can get, you know, if it's a 15, 20-year-old bike. It's an '08, so what is that, 16-year-old bike? It had, what, 23,000 miles on it? When I looked at the tires, the front one looked like it had, you know, half the tread left on it. I didn't get 500 miles out of that front tread. I think the front tire was made out of crayon. Because it's shredded. I don't think I got 300 miles out of it. It's like, holy shit, the tread's gone. I shaved the tread off the front tire. The back one listed, you know, 2,500 miles. But I'm hard on tires, man. I just replaced, I came to Reno because the rear tire was almost bald. It barely had 3,000 miles on it. I was hoping for a lot more on the Shinko because Shinko's got a lot of big, thick rubber almost knobs, but I need somebody to put something on there. TKC 70s. I love this tire. Almost as aggressive as the Shinko 705, but it handles so much better. Anyway, I'm drifting. Who's got questions? Anybody got questions? Who's out west? Anybody want to come hang out with me one weekend in Colorado or somewhere on the way in between Reno and Colorado? New Mexico. I was hoping to string it out till like October, middle of October, and drive back across New Mexico, Texas, when it's a lot cooler. But I'm not holding out hope for that. And not just that, it's I'm running out of money pretty quickly. So check it out. Can I switch? Look at those cookies. Line information. Can y'all see those? Many miles in the Triumph? I think it's 36, 37 now. So I put, I don't know, 10,000. I gotta go back and look at my records when I changed the oil, but yeah, I think I either bought it with 23 or 26. That's what I'm struggling with now. 23 or 26,000. So I put 13,000 on it since I've had it in February, March, I think. I don't know. It's not atypical. I mean, I've been driving across country, but that's not atypical for what I do. I ride a lot. I like driving my truck when it's really cold or really wet or really hot. Turn on the air conditioner. Or if I need to carry a bunch of crap. Dual sports. Used prices are crazy nowadays, Neil. Almost better buying new. Don't tell him that. They are, I will agree, the new prices are crazy. But there are people, I think there's a method. You got to find people like me. That's the best. That's your best bet. Your best bet is to find people like me. It's like, yep, I'm done with the bike. I don't want to let it sit over here in the garage, but I don't want to maintain it. It's got a few maintenance issues, and considering all that, like the RT, I'm not really interested. I like having a spare bike, but I'm not really interested in riding that anymore. I think I'd trade that for a dual sport, a cheap, small dual sport. So, make me an offer on the RT. I think it's probably worth $3,500, $4,000 by the book, but it needs some maintenance. It needs a axle seal on the rear end. It's leaking axle dope. It's got a dinged rim. It's got a really big ding in the front rim. But it runs great. So, I'm thinking there's somebody out there that goes, well, I've always wanted a BMW, but I didn't have $10,000 to buy a used one. So you're $2,000 guy. That sounds pretty reasonable. And it's got scratches. It's not pretty. It's got a lot of cosmetic stuff. It's got a broken freaking side case now, the latch on it. So there's a lot of issues that I don't really want to deal with. So I will let you have that bike for cheap. If you're looking for a big bike, can you dark side? You can definitely dark side the RT. I can dark side my Triumph, and I might actually do that. I've been thinking about that. That would have saved me 2 tires this trip. Absolutely. I know I could have gotten 10,000 miles out of a car tire. And on the Tiger, apparently they're pretty easy to mount. That's the big thing for me, is finding somebody to mount one. Because my experience, you need a good solid machine, because spooning it on is difficult. Spooning a car tire on is difficult because their sidewalls are pretty stiff. But yeah, I will make you a solid steel. I will make anybody that ever buys a motorcycle from Moto Giant, if you're a viewer, a subscriber, yeah, you get the automatic friend discount. on top of the ridiculous deal that I'm going to give you anyway, as a civilian, as a stranger. Yeah, like I said, I like to give my bikes away. I don't like people coming back and go, "Oh, you didn't tell me about this." No, well, yeah, that's why the bike was half price. I forgot to mention whatever. Oh yeah, I did. I sold a bike. I had an what was that? Ninja 600. Rode all over Texas, and I think it was it was missing. I thought it was carbs, but I didn't ride it, and I didn't feel like messing with it. It was two or three bikes I had in the garage at the time, and I didn't ride any of them. And one of my friends started asking me about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, I got an old Ninja. Yeah, I'll give you a good deal on it." I sold this fucking bike for $900. And he came back and said, blah, blah, blah. It's not the carburetor. It had a bent valve. I was like, you want your money back? No, my first question was like, did you not think I gave you a good deal on it despite that? And do you want your money back? I'll give you money back if that's, if that's what you want. But he fixed it. He fixed it for, I still think he came out really good. I think he got a new top end, or at least valves. He got his valve job for still less than he could have bought the bike for. So anybody else. So yeah, I don't feel guilty about selling for well under market value. And most of my bikes have blemishes and some kind of a flaw with maintenance. I didn't keep up with maintenance, whatever. Do it. I will not be in New Mexico Wednesday, but yeah, dude, find me on Facebook. I've got a link on my channel page. Go to my channel page. Click on Moto Giant under any of my videos. Click on that. Go to I think it's the About button, and it'll have the little links. You'll find some way to contact me in there. Probably Facebook's the best way, even though I only look at that once a week, maybe. Or find the contact button on the About page on my YouTube channel. Just get in touch with me. I can't get in touch with you. If you post your email in a comment on any of the videos, I will copy your email, I will contact you, and I will delete that post. But nobody thinks that far ahead. Most want too much for their bikes. I agree. Well, we're almost in a recession, so yeah, people are trying to come up with a way to feed themselves and their family, and they've got these assets that are just sitting there. But yeah, I agree. 4, 5, 10-year-old bike is not worth what you paid for it 10 years ago, despite what people think. But I mean, a lot of times that's what I try to do. I try to talk to people. It's like, I don't know if you looked at the Kelly Blue book or what's the other one. There's 2 or 3 guides out there that'll tell you. I mean, you can look them up online. It's like, what is my bike worth? And then you start going, oh, wait a minute. I put that new exhaust on there, and I put that new seat, I put that new windshield, so you start going, okay, well, this is what Kelly Blue Book says, and then I've got $4, $5, $10,000 extra in there, so I'm just going to add that to the price. Like, no, that's not how it works, man. It's not how it works. So people have garage fulls of bikes, and the people that want to ride those bikes don't get to ride them because somebody's stupid or greedy. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever accused me of being greedy. I think that's maybe the thing that separates. That's My wife and I did not get along because she was kind of greedy. She was all about the money. She was all about, and I'm like, easy come, easy go. And I'm not saying I'm loose with my money, although I'm sitting here drinking beer, almost being broke. But I think I would rather be home and having an awesome time and looking back and going, oh yeah, there's a lot of step twos out there while I was out having the time of my life. Is Motorhead still in here? Motorhead, are you still here? Because I want to address your comment. You can't live stream it. Benz and I are fighting. I just gotta. My bikes remain priceless. I regret selling every bike I ever sold, so I stopped selling. Dude, I know the feeling. I've regretted selling many bikes, but if I didn't sell at least a few of my bikes, I wouldn't have been able to buy the other bikes. So, I mean, I'm thinking of man, I really regret selling that dual sport that I just sold because it was the perfect fucking bike for me. Even if I had to dump more money into it, I don't care. That was the perfect bike, and that's probably how I'm gonna judge if I ever get another dual sport. It's how I'm gonna judge all the other bikes. But yeah, nostalgia, man. I'm glad you can afford nostalgia. I can't. I just need a reliable machine to take me from point A to point B with a smile on my face. Don't do Facebook, dude. Find something on my my YouTube page, or drop me a comment on one of the videos with your email address. That's all I can do, because I'm not posting my email address, but I will delete yours. So yeah. So if you're a tech guy, most of my audience is not technical. If you're technical, you can find a way to contact me on my YouTube page. I've got, what have I got? Instagram, Facebook. I've got a website. You can contact me there. I've got something else on there too. Hell, go to my coffee page. Buy me a cup of coffee. Shit, it's only $5. And what do you get if you buy me a cup of coffee for $5? You get to track me. I send everybody that's ever supported me, I send them a link to my Google Maps, my location on a pin. That's the best way to keep track of me, is you just pull up Google Maps and you spread it out and go, where the hell's Don? Oh, there he is right there. And so you always know where I'm at, despite my videos coming out 3 or 4 weeks behind, but still 3 or 4 weeks in front of Nora Lee's Itchy Boots. So yeah, buy me a cup of coffee, put a gallon of gas in my bike, and you get access to all the secret videos that nobody knows that I'm making, except my supporters. The people that have kept me out here an extra, I'm guessing an extra 2 weeks now from what I recall from the coffee fund. Yeah, so I'd probably had to start heading back a couple of weeks earlier. Now I think I've got, just looking at my funds, I think I've got 3 more weeks before I run out of money. So, and I don't want to be sliding into Alabama with $12 in my bank account. So, you know, I'm going to leave a couple $100 buffer. But I think I've got about $600 left. So, and I'm out. And I'm not begging for money. I'm just giving you the reality. An update for anybody that gives a crap. See if this chat thing is going to work. Of course it's not going to work. I don't do Facebook. Well, I can't sell Harleys. I sold a bunch of Japan bikes. So you don't like metrics. That's cool. It's a taste thing. But it's not black and white. It's not these bikes suck and those bikes don't. That's a cultural thing. Man, it's really cooled off here. It's really nice. I think, no, I don't. I don't have a, no, wait a minute. I do. I have a hammock. Dude, where's my trees? I could chill all night here. If I could figure out a way, two close by trees, I could string a hammock in. It would have to be back there, and I'd have to push my bike back there, and I'd get all kinds of trouble, so. Beep. Live chat. Nope, no live chat for you, my friend. You do? Oh, that is what that was. Could not figure it out. I'm slow. What do you mean, Philip? Yeah, dude. Um, I think that's my biggest hang up when I say Harley culture. There's not anything that's more identifiable than Harley culture. There's a similar thing, BMW, Ducati, the Italian, anybody that's got an Italian bike, they're kind of snotty too, and um, what do you call it? Snobby. The snobs. I don't like snobs. I don't like snobs. I don't care what the hell bike you ride. If you think your brand is superior, go fuck yourself. Um, you may prefer that bike. That may be the bike that you purchased. That may be the bike that you ride. But it really comes down to I don't give a shit what you ride. If you ride more than talk, um, we can be friends. If you talk more than you ride, and you're always fronting and talking shit, and if that's what you spend your life. I heard this thing the other day, the identity thing, and that's really what it boils down to. If your identity is you're this biker, you're this outlaw guy, you're this thing, that's what your identity is. I mean, I've always used the name poser, the guy that spends 90% of his life pretending to be something that he's not, that rides, a few hundred miles every year, the guy that spends so much of his time imagining himself as this, this outlaw, this one percenter, this tough guy, who gives a shit? If you either riding your motorcycle or you're not. You're either having a good time riding or you're not. If you're trying to be something instead of do something, I have absolutely no interest in you, and I probably spend a lot of my time making fun of you. So I think that's kind of where I was going with the culture thing. The culture thing is what bothers me. I don't give a shit what motorcycle you ride. 3/4 of my friends ride Harleys, so how can I have a beef with Harleys? The people that don't really know me think that I have a beef with Harleys. I don't have a beef with Harleys. I have a beef with Harley culture. The bullshit that I was just describing. Nope. Here comes a bunch of dogs. Let's turn these around. Show you the dogs coming. I'm staying. Dave, my friend Dave, has a 100-pound Alaskan Malamute. That looks like a Malamute, except that's just a puppy. And here comes some kind of a pit bull mix. Can't tell what this guy is. Some kind of a pit bull mix? I can't tell. Pit bull husky. That's an interesting mix. Yeah, so my host has got this 100-pound Malamute, and the dog never gets tired. Just never. Just wants to play. Just wants to fuck with you. Ride it, don't wear it. Yeah, I like that. All bike are good as long as you ride. 100%. Ride it, don't wear it. Not just that, ride it, don't talk about it. Ride it. Show me where you rode. Talk about where you rode. Don't talk about your horsepower and all the crap you got on your bike. I don't give a shit about that. Where did you ride? What did you see? What did you smell? What did you feel? That's what I try to share with you guys. That's why I'm out, and I can't always do beautiful places, but that's my favorite thing to do is go, man, I got internet out here. It's beautiful. And there's an Indian across the street mocking me, going, white man, you need to talk less and ride more. Totally. But I do try to find the really cool places. Love the trigger. Yeah, you didn't trigger me, dude. You gotta work harder than that. You did kind of trigger me with the water spigots. It's because I know you're full of shit. You always seem to worry about getting in trouble. No, not really. I just don't like handcuffs. I got handcuffed when I was a teenager. I had enough. I got handcuffed when I was a teenager, and they did the scared straight thing. They took me. They took me to the adult jail. I will never forget this. They took me to the adult jail, and I can remember looking down this corridor, and it was just cells on the right, and it looked like somebody just pulled a freaking horse through there because it was shitting all over, like a horse just came through this cell block, and the cells were just on the right, and these big fucking turds in the middle of the hall, and I could hear somebody going, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm terrified. I'm like 16, and I see this fucking hand come out between the bars. That's all I could see. So I'm looking down the corridor, and I could see bars on the jails or the cells. And I saw this big fucking hand. It must have been this big fucking gorilla hand came out. And the next time I saw it, it came out like this. And next thing I saw, this big hand with a fucking horse turd in it. So he's throwing these fucking turds down the fucking corner, down the hall, this cell block. And I'm like, okay, scared straight? Yeah, it works. It works because I'm thinking I could be locked up in there with Mr. Shitty Fist. And he's wanting a piece of fresh white meat. I'll never forget that. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't like getting in trouble. And the motorcycle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell that story, Richard. Dude, tell that story. Yeah, dude, we need, you know, I'm trying to, I don't think I told the story because I didn't have any video. Because that's what makes the story. God, dude, don't let me forget to tell that story. I gotta tell that fucking story. The stolen fucking burrito. The thief. The thief from Alabama. What was that, Montana or Idaho? Oh, jeez. No, that was, were we still in Wyoming? Fuck, dude. It's in there. The story's in there. I just can't remember it. Tom wasn't worried about getting in trouble. He's still breathing. I wasn't thinking that somebody was going to go, you can't eat this before you pay for it. I was like, I fucking did. There was 6 people in line. I ain't standing there. I just fucking heated up my damn food. I'm not standing there waiting on these assholes. Think of myself a rider, not a biker. Had a wonderful ride till starter died again. Yeah. Well, shit, man. That sounds like an adventure to me. Motorcycle enthusiast. I like motorcycle hobbyist. I like the hobby. I don't identify as a biker, even though I got a YouTube channel that says Moto Giant. If you said, Don, what's your essence? Oh, jeez. I love to ride motorcycles in there, but biker? I don't think biker would be, that's not my identity. I mean, from the responses from Richard's video, it's like, I would think like 3/4, maybe 80% of the people that lose on the land. I'll repeat that since it looks like I just lost the signal. Um, from the responses of Richard's interview, I would think that most people that would lose a limb, that would be the end of their motorcycle days. So what do you do then? If you're no longer a biker, you can't ride a motorcycle. Therefore, well, I guess you could still wear the shirts. You could have that badass leg, the bionic leg, and still be a biker. I got a shirt that says, if you don't walk with a limp, you ain't shit. I had a buddy buy that for me. It's a motorcycle shop in Alabama, close to where he lives. I like the shirt, and he knew that I would love that shirt. So if you don't walk with a limp, you ain't shit. If you don't walk with a limp, you probably don't ride much. That's kind of, or you don't push the limits. You can say all those things. You can actually go, maybe get surgery on yourself to give yourself a limp if you wanted to. You always got that. Talk about posery. Yeah, posing is a consistent thing with me, just because there's so few people that ride their motorcycles. There's so many people that like to pretend they're some tough guy on a bike. I ride it and don't have a single shirt. That's very disappointing. How will people know that you've been to Sturgis if you don't have a Sturgis shirt? Not a biker. I've been arrested probably 25 times, no convictions. Dude, why? No wonder you hate cops. I don't hate cops. I don't have a problem with society. I have a problem with people. I really like the highway video speed going into Missoula you shared. I like the sights too. Highway video speed? Tell me more about what you're like. I like the feedback, dude. I don't get enough feedback. Tell me, Wiley T, what you like specifically, because I don't understand what you mean. The highway video speed going into Missoula. Because I like the feedback. I like to know what people like, because I'll do more of it. The things that people like, if I made it, I can do more. Food for thought. What's your food for thought, Philip? I like these comments, man. Loving the comments. I can't get enough comments. I would rather have a conversation than me just sit here and go blah, 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 blah. Rode 7 weeks in Mexico. I can't wait to go to Mexico. I want to spend a winter in Mexico. I want to do this thing that I've done this season, and then when it gets cold, I want to go to Mexico. I want to spend a year on my motorcycle. I'm probably not going to get to 6 months because I don't have enough funds, but I can see how to do it. If I can figure out how to increase my income on the road, and figure out how to make a living in Mexico, I'm completely 100% about it, or anywhere else for that matter. Town Pump in Montana. That's the story. Town Pump. Dude, do not let me forget to tell this story. It's going to go away. I'm going to drink it away. Always been a biker since I was a kid. Yeah. Today, asked a guy with Hasty had any good ride lately. He spent 10 minutes telling me all the parts. That sounds really familiar. It's not just Harley, guys. It's disease. I think the disease is really overrepresented in the Harley crowd, meaning that it's just more visible. Take what you will with that, but maybe it's spending 40 grand on a motorcycle makes you more motivated to tell people how awesome you are and represent how awesome you are, rather than spending 10, 15 on a motorcycle. I don't know what the answer is. All I know is it's a disease and it's common. It's not just Harley, folks. Vroom, vroom. Just cruising down left lane at 1.5 speed. I like that number, 1.5x speed. Showing the scenery. Oh, you're talking about the time-lapse stuff. Yeah, I'm really digging the time-lapse stuff too. And somebody complained about it. Somebody was saying they wanted to see the whole thing. It was like, no, you don't want to see 2 hours of fucking ride down on a motorcycle. Nobody will watch it. I know. I've seen them. I have made probably 3,000 motorcycle videos. I know exactly what people will watch and what they won't. They will watch. They will not watch a 2 hour. This they don't watch it. But a 15, 18-minute video with a minute or two of time lapse, you get to see the big picture, but you don't get to see every tree. Yeah, I'm glad you like the time lapse, man. I'm gonna be doing more of those. I'm trying to put time lapse in every one of my videos now, so people can see the really cool stuff that they need to see without having to endure 2 or 3 hours. Showing the scenery with a little commentary. Don't be the girl that never stops talking. I am not good at talking. People say blog. People say, Don, I like your blog. And I always reject that. I was like, man, blogs, that's motorcycle blog? That's with people talking incessantly about stuff I'm not interested in. I have a few of those over on my coffee page because I don't think that that's a what do you call it? A popular format, or at least I'm not good at the popular format, but I do get on my motorcycle and talk for 30, 40, 50 minutes. But the only way to watch those is over on my coffee page. So you gotta pay $5 to see that. But yeah, it's really hard for me because when I'm on my motorcycle, I'm just like, ah, and for me to put thoughts together, it's very rare. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I got all these things I want to talk about. And I just had like 3 cups of coffee and I want to tell you everything that's going on in my mind. And oh, look at here. And oh, look at there. And oh, over here. Let me talk about history. Let me talk about geology. Let me talk about the. But it's rare. I mean, I would say it's probably 1 out of 50 videos that I make. So if I shoot 10 minutes on a motorcycle, it's mounted to my helmet and I'm shutting my fucking mouth because I'm enjoying it. Or it's mounted to my handlebar and it's time lapsing or it's doing something else or I'm enjoying the scenery. I can't talk, especially if I'm having a good time, I'm not fucking talking. 90% of the time. If I'm stoked about being out on the trail or being on some legendary road or seeing some scenery, I'm not talking. Because I'm eating. I'm consuming that beverage or that beautiful steak. So I can't, it's like, oh man, this is the best steak I've ever had. No, it's hard. It's really hard. And to do it well, I've never been able to do that shit well. I don't think I've ever had a good, solid blog. Some people can just turn the camera on and, here's the top 10 things that you need to know about. I can't do that. Yeah, look for more time lapse in colorful Colorado. It's coming up. I'm going back. I'm going to try to spend the remainder of my time before I run out of money in Colorado because that's my favorite state. Not their politics, their beautiful fucking mountains and the places that I can go spend time in. I think I'm going to go back to Buena Vista, find that hot springs, and piss everybody off. I'm in the hot tub. Do a Wonder Hussy video, Brian. Utah canyons? No, it's still too hot in Utah. I would love to come back in a couple of months and spend a lot of time. Well, that was my plan. Usually my plan is summers in Colorado. That's usually what I do. And then when it starts snowing in Colorado, I do Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and then I just go west until the snow drives me south, and then, winter, heading back across the deserts of Arizona and, New Mexico, Colorado. But not this year. I've run out of money. So Glenwood Canyon's cool. I haven't done that this year. Time-lapse footage is good. Having ridden behind you on a couple of them, they are a great representation. I agree. I'm real proud of some of the time lapses I've done. And I can film a lot of time lapse with the space, the battery, and the SD space that I need. I can do time lapse, so it's a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot easier to manage those files too. Social aspect of riding motorcycles. I put on YouTube on my TV for hours or all day while I'm at a computer. I'm cool with long videos. Dude, Philip, I hate to say it, man, but you're rare. There's not a lot of people that can watch a 30, 40, 50-minute video. And I've got the statistics to prove it. So the one good thing that YouTube does provide you with is a graph of when and where people watch your videos. And you can see it in a graph. So almost all of your graphs on your videos look like this. They slope down. And it's a really fast drop right at the beginning. So apparently, a lot of people come in thinking that they're going to see something and they don't. You know, a lot of the clickbait thumbnails, you got girls with big boobs and they come in, they just see a dude with a beard. They're like, where's the hot chick in the thumbnail? Or where was itchy boots? There's no itchy boots. Click. So you get this big steep drop on most of my videos, very few of them. Some amazing videos have got a real small drop and then it's flat line all the way across. Those are the best performing videos because YouTube says, oh, nobody clicked off. Nobody felt cheated. Nobody lost interest. And they kept watching the whole video, but that's very rare. And it's usually on my shorter videos, you know, shorts or, you know, less than 5 minute long videos. People will check that shit out. I missed them. There they go. Yeah, I missed them. Big flock of geese flying over. Anyway, so yeah, those are typically the better performing videos, at least over time. The ones that go beep and then flat. Most of them go beep and then kind of slowly. But you've got these spikes where people will scroll through your video and go, where's the spot where the naked girl is? Oh, there she is. Boop. And you got this spike. So everybody goes back and goes, oh, where's the naked chick? So you're on the fringe of YouTube if you watch 30 plus minute videos. You're on the fringe, or you're watching some extraordinary content. I don't know which one it is. It's hard for me to make a 30-minute video interesting. I don't know how to do it. I've gone from 3-minute videos up to about 15 to 18 minutes, and that's the best I can do. And usually when I get to 18 minutes, I go, how can I cut this down? Or if I start with a 30-minute video, I go, I can't cut this because there's awesome stuff in here, so I'll cut it in half. Sometimes I'll cut them into thirds. It's like, here's part 1, here's part 2, here's part 3. It's an awesome story. I can't not show people. But YouTube spanks you. YouTube spanks you when you watch less than half of a video. And, you know, I'm trying to adjust my behavior to my audience and YouTube's algorithm. It's really hard. I would rather just make art. I would rather just do my own thing. But, you know, I like responding to my audience. My audience says, hey, man, make more time-lapse stuff. I really enjoy that. I hear you. Honestly, I truly do hear you. I don't know why this chat's not working. I can't see comments. I think there's a baseball game going on. What canyon? Yeah, dude, I love Wonder Hussy too. That's kind of a lot of the stuff that she does, I've been doing for years, so. Not many put over 5K on their bikes. Yeah. Well, those are the bikes to buy. Oh, you haven't ridden your bike more than $5,000 or 5,000 miles in the last decade? You just sell it and go get you something that you'll actually ride. Or go get you a convertible. You still have the wind in your hair. I like watching the highlights. Wonder Hussy. What canyon? I love to ride motorcycles is a pretty darn good title for your channel. I'm the idiot who earlier today asked you about the... Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Dude, I enjoyed the questions about why the hell did you do this. You're the guy that said I'm not a hater. I, anybody that's not filled with hate, I like talking about it. I like talking about what I understand about the YouTube algorithm too. So I think it's all interesting, and that's why I always ask. I get 10 people in the room, and then I'm only talking to 3 or 4 people. Like, who's in here? How did you find me? Why are you here? Why did you come to my channel for? What are you looking for? Yeah, Philip, I don't think you're that weird, man. You know what you like. You know what you know what you're here for. You know what you like. I don't know what you like. I would love to think that I could just put everything that I film on YouTube. I would love that. I would love to not have to edit anything out. Usually when I pick up the camera and go blah 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 blah, usually I've got an idea. Somebody might enjoy this. Let me tell you what's going on right here. Oh, look at that thing over there. But not everybody likes it, so it's kind of a dilemma. I want to show you everything, but I want YouTube to show my videos, and that's the hardest thing. Sit through the one you did at the laundromat in Reno or something. It wasn't really great. Dude. It's probably me. It probably wasn't that engaging. Yeah, that was my first live stream from a laundromat. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I'm having much more fun every live stream that I do. I'm having more and more fun. Pit hair? I guess you're talking about Itchy Boots. Love the ride, but like to hear a story. Yeah. Look at your humor. Can they track you when you're on TV? Yeah. In fact, I know how many of you watch from your phone. I know how many of you watch from your computer, and I know how many of you watch from a TV. Talk about tracking. I know, not just YouTube. I know. I can tell you, I can break it down. It's probably about a third for each category. Third of people on their phones, third of people on a computer, third of people on TV. I think it's really interesting. Track you when you're yeah. I think the TV genre is growing. I think more people are starting to watch on TV. I love watching on a big screen. I love that. I love watching YouTube on a big screen. I know a lot of people that do that. Well, Wiley, honestly, I've always made videos that I like. I've always made the things that I want to watch. And I'm pretty sure that's why I'm getting punished, because I make the videos that I want to watch. I'll make the videos that I want other people to make, and that's not necessarily popular. So I want people to not only watch what I'm doing, but get my message. I like eyeballs. I like that, being able to talk to a large number of people. And it sounds kind of ridiculous, but I like that power, that influence of being able to go, hey, 10,000 people that are watching me, here's what you really need to know about the world. I really like the podium. I really like that the concept of me being able to influence culture, taking Brian's culture and straightening it out. Yeah, it's easy to say make videos you like, but I've been making videos that I like for almost 20 years now, so it's not really getting me that far. Yeah, I like those dudes too. Some people do it really well, Brian. Some people have a really nice iPhone and they're really good at holding their camera and telling a good story. Some people are exceptional. Some people with very small channels like Lone Wolves on Wheels, one day they're going to be huge because they're just doing their thing. What? That sucks because they're not always in order. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been making a lot of mistakes lately because I would like to boil it all down to beer, but it's not beer. It's just being rushed. A lot of times when I'm editing, when I'm uploading, I have a very small window of time. I have a very small window of power and internet, and I rush things. And I don't do things when I'm rushing. I don't do them well. So I will apologize for all my. I think I've only had two or three since I've been on this trip that were out of order or I missed them. The worst thing is, the worst thing is, there's videos that you guys may never see because I missed that threshold. It would be really confusing to go back and try to get you guys to understand what I did and how this relates because I try to keep them all in order. You see a lot of my videos or almost all of them now. It's like in the last video or the last episode I did this and that. And then I came here. And then what I'm trying to do now is next time coming up, this is what's coming up next time. So everybody can kind of keep in order. But even that, I screw that up sometimes. So I hate it. But I'm only human. Oh, YouTube, your shitty app doesn't work. I can't read chats unless I hit top chat and then go back to the thing and then live chat. Nothing works. And YouTube, you're such a shitty app. Super chat. Oh, here we go. Top chat. Live chat. Nope. Just go through hit all the buttons until I get something to pop up here. Yeah, sorry y'all, I don't know what's going on. Chat. I can't see chat. My beer's starting to get warm. The beer that I'm not supposed to have open. All right, questions. Who's got questions? Maybe by the time you post your question, my chat will be back up and I can read them. Well, it's made out of wood. I need to trim my beard. I need a haircut. Look at this hair. My hair hasn't been this long since the 70s. Just touching my collar. See? All right. My chat appears to be broken. Live chat. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Sorry, Philip. My shit's kind of fucked up. Wonder Hussy has wicked hairy pits. I don't know. Something about chicks with hairy pits and hairy legs. I don't know. Especially, she's decent looking. She doesn't have big boobs, but she's got a nice butt. Should have tried to link back up in June, but I was tired of cold rain. Hey, I know the feeling, dude. What size laptop? I've got a 15-inch Dell badass gaming laptop. It's been working good. All the abuse I put it through. I need to track you on my next road trip. Yeah. You know how to get in touch with me, right, Philip? Call that scooter tramp Scotty style. Vodka. I'm all about vodka. I like volume more than I do. I mean, I love vodka. Usually, what I like to do with vodka, though, is I like to have 2 or 3 beers before I start drinking, because it's really easy for me to get drunk when I'm thirsty. That's why I like beer. I like drinking. I like volume, and I like beer. But I like vodka too. It's just hard for me to drink straight liquor because I tend to pound it the way I do beer, and I'm not real good with pounding alcohol. I like Dells, man. I've had so many computers over the years. The consistency of Dell, and I say that I've got a 3-year-old laptop that the Bluetooth just went out.
You know where the food trucks is at?
I don't think they're out here tonight, man.
Huh?
I do not think they're out here tonight.
Okay.
If they are, they're around the corner.
Okay.
Good luck.
I don't think they're out here.
I didn't see any food trucks. I'm kind of disappointed, so. I like Dell's. You have a good message or sites, order, shouldn't matter, doesn't to me. Man, I don't want to say I'm into perfection, but I tend to edit my videos as art, so I tend to be pretty proud of it. When I screw them up, I'm pretty pissed at myself because usually I spend a lot of time on my videos. I'll spend 2 hours shooting them and 6 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours editing them, and it's a real pain in the ass when you go, fuck, somebody pointed out a flaw I didn't see after the 6 hours of editing. I do not use a 360 camera. I could be talked into one, but not at this point. I like multiple cameras. I think those are easier. I think mounting multiple cameras on your bike or your body or whatever, I think I like the transition between rear facing and forward facing cameras. I like that, especially when you're blogging, but I don't like blogging that much. So. Big Chief. What about Big Chief? What about Big Chief? I figured out. I know things. 17-inch screen. Man, whatever you get by with. Most of the time when I'm home, I have my laptop plugged into my big screen, so it's as big as I need. Yeah, it's a 15-inch screen. The bigger the better, as far as I'm concerned. But if you're riding, if you're doing what I'm doing on a motorcycle, smaller is better. I bought initially when I was going on the road 2020, I was going to do the 2-month experiment. Go back and check out my videos, the motorcycle adventure experiment. Before the low budget motorcycle camping adventure, I did the motorcycle experiment. 2 months on the road, I learned a lot. But the big thing was, you're going to have a big ass screen. Just how the hell are you going to put it on your bike? A 15-inch screen is a whole lot easier to squeeze into a top case than a 17-inch screen. That's one of the first things I learned, so keep that in mind. People see me talking to a cell phone on a selfie stick. They walk by and they smile and they go, hey, and they walk by a little bit and they turn around and go, is he recording me? Is he recording me? Am I on TV? I guess I would do the same thing. I just think it's funny. Human nature. Philip, what I would tell you is be careful with those SSDs. You need to keep all the stuff. I'm in the data recovery business, have been since 2005, so if you want your stuff to be gone forever and not have me be able to help you, put it all on an SSD. And that way when you call me, you go, Philip, you call me and you go, Don, I remember you telling me you were in the data business. I lost all my shit off of this SSD. I'm going to go, hey man, sorry. You should have put it on a hard drive, a spinning hard drive. Main thing is, I'll tell all my viewers, and I try to tell all my customers I tell them it's the hard way. When they find out from me, it's like, it's going to cost you a lot of money to get this data off, and the thing that nobody told you is you got to have your stuff in 2 places, and it's got to be automated. So all your pictures, all your video, all the stuff that you love that's going to ruin your life that you don't, when you call me and I give you a quote and say, whoa, it's terrible, it's going to cost you a lot of money, I'm going to also say, you should have had 2 copies. And it should have been automated. It should have been software driven, taking the stuff that you took pictures of, your Excel, your Word, your email, all the stuff that you find precious and important. You should have software going, this is the important folder. Put this important folder full of all these important files, put this somewhere else every day, once a week. And if people did that, I'd be out of business. Now, I've been out of business on this trip because I can't really do that business on the road. But that's my message to all my friends, all my viewers. You got to have your shit in 2 places. And if you don't have an SSD, call me. If you forget. If you have an SSD, I'll take a look at it, but odds are it's kind of fucked. Or I'll send you to somebody that can help you. But it's going to cost you a fortune if I send you to somebody else. So SSDs, they're really fast, they're becoming really, really cheap, but when they fail, they're really, really expensive, and sometimes, most of the time, I would say they're almost impossible to recover. So do a things I missed showing us video at the end of the season. I'm not sure what you're saying, Wiley. Keep looking crazy, keeps you safe. No. I would say most people have been keeping their space. Big hairy biker, man. Naturally intimidating. Hell, even when I wasn't hairy, I've always been big. I would say people have been frightened of me since I was probably early 20s. Even when I was skinny, I was big. Tall. Back when I liked people, people were still scared of me. Now I don't like people. People kind of get that. The smaller the better, Philip. 1 terabyte. Get multiple 1 terabyte drives. They last longer. When they do fail, and they will eventually. If you call me, you say, Don, I need help with my 1 terabyte drive. It's got all my stuff on it. I'm gonna say, yeah, a couple $100, man. I'll get your stuff back. If you say, Don, I got the biggest drive I could get. It's a 6 terabyte drive. I'm gonna say, guess what, dude? You're gonna owe me $600 to get your 6 terabyte drive crap off there. Most people don't have more than a terabyte of data. If they do, it's probably 2 terabytes. So get 2. If you can find them, 2 1 terabyte drives, put your stuff on them, split it up. And don't keep running the things all the time. Make a backup of everything that you want to keep. Have 2 copies of everything you want to keep. I can't believe I'm doing a data recovery live stream. It's important information. You guys are getting all the stuff that usually the desperate people, only the desperate people get. Need vodka. Go get your vodka, Philip. All the data talked quickly over my head. I make a video, post it, and then I delete it off my phone. Perfect. So you've only got it in one spot, so you're depending on YouTube to keep your data, which is fine. They probably got it on 12, 15 damn computers, like a rave. I'm not sure what that means, like a rave. Preach. What's up, Chris? Oh, check this out. I can't remember what they call those. It's a trike, but it's cool. It's like the old school trikes. Chris Cook, I am in Reno, Nevada. What's happening in Alabama, girl? How much further do you have till you retire? and we can go party together. You can come join me out on my adventures, right? I don't know. We were talking about posers earlier. Don't be in that poser kit. Chris, you ride more than most women that I know. I'll never doubt my cool friend Chris. Even though I wish you'd ride more. You're running out of time. That's my new message. It's the message of the Stoics. The Latin is memento mori. We are all dying. We only have a finite time left. Enjoy your life. Don't waste it on the simple stuff. Memento mori, Chris. I'm glad you're joining in my live streams. Yeah, Philip, it looks a lot like a Morgan. I don't think they're Morgans, but it looks a lot like the Morgan. Let's see, packing to go to Scotland Tuesday. Oh, 12th. Oh, what are we gonna do? What's the plan? Because it just so happens I've got to start making plans for 2023. So let's start talking. I'll be home in 2 or 3 weeks, so let's start talking. Adventure time. You don't know what you're getting into, Chris. I don't think you have any idea. If you hitch your wagon to this fucking tractor, Rodney has clan meeting. Me tagging along. Yeah, dude, Scotland. That sounds pretty freaking cool. I would love to go to Europe, Scotland in particular. Now, when is that? When are you going? What did you say? Packing to go to Scotland Tuesday. Shit, yeah, that's awesome. Well, yeah, there's a lot of adventure out here. That's all I can tell you. I gotta refill my bank account, Chris. So however long that takes, or a week. A week in Scotland, that's more than I've done. Yeah, I'll probably be home late September, early October. So let's go dream. Your vision, your what do you got? Vision, your vision quest. You should. I mean, whether it includes me or not, I don't care. I think you need to start planning, and it should be yeah, January 1st. You should be packed up and ready to go wherever the hell you're going. Yeah, let's talk about what you're interested in. Because I've got some ideas. I just don't know if they align with yours. And yeah, it's going to take me a while to refill my bank account. It will be depleted. I will guarantee you. I'm hoping I don't slide in with $50 in my bank account. I'm hoping I do better than that, but. Anyway, sun's about to go down, and I am running low on. What's the last one? Oh, no, they're all empty. I got about a half beer left, but it's been fantastic hanging out with everybody. What's the question, Chris? How? Vintage and some big dreams? Vintage. Oh, you're talking about the Vintage Festival. Man, I think you need to stretch, Chris. I'm just saying it. I think you need to stretch. I like the Scotland thing. I like the fact that you're dragging Rodney over there. Clan meeting. Good luck. Can't believe you were with Itchy Boots. She's been stalking me for like Brian says, she's been stalking me the whole time I've been on my adventures. She's been chasing me around. She almost caught me in the Tetons. She almost caught me. I saw her and I ducked over the mountains. I am with Itchy Boots. No way. Just say it like Gump. I gotta pee. No, I guess I'm dehydrated. I haven't peed since I've been here. Well, before I cracked the first beer, I went and peed, but I am in the desert, so I'm probably sweating everything, although it's really not hot. I think it's probably 78 degrees, 76 degrees. It's really nice. It's been a really lovely afternoon. And I'll turn the camera around for the new folks. There's a wooden Indian right across the parking lot. He's, I don't know, 25 feet tall with feathers and all. And then the great thing is there's ducks and geese and all kinds of places. This is Idlewild Park, downtown Reno, Nevada, also known as the desert. I don't know if y'all recognize it, but it looks like any other desert. You know, sand, cactus, trees, green grass, all that stuff. You know, a typical Sonoran desert scenery. What's cracking you up? The fact that I've drank beer? What's really interesting is that I came down here the other day. I was like, oh, this is really pretty. And my buddy that I'm hanging out with, I said, oh yeah, Friday night is food truck night at Idlewild. You need to go down there. It's like, oh yeah, sounds like a party. And there's going to be 20 food trucks, and I'll just go get me a 6-pack and, you know, go figure out which taco truck I want to eat off of, or which, you know, gourmet, Mediterranean, whatever. There's not a single food truck out here tonight, so a little bit disappointed about that, but it's been a brilliant evening, and I think we've had 15 to 22, 23 people in the live stream, so I'm happy with that. Had lots of good questions, and I've had a lot of trouble with the chat thing, trying to keep up with yeah, like right now I've got a just blank screen. I keep pushing the button and nothing. And I apologize for the folks that I'm missing, but YouTube doesn't want to make a hardy app. All I can do is go, hey. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. No, 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 nothing. Top chat. Live chat. Sorry, y'all. Oh, taco truck. Yeah, well, yeah. If they were just here. I haven't had any amazing food since I've been here. That's why I'm thinking I need to go back to Buena Vista, Colorado, because holy crap, some of the best Mexican food I've ever had is in Buena Vista. Some of the best camping I've ever had. I don't know if y'all remember the Buena Vista video, but it's basically we're, what, 8,200 feet looking down on the town of Buena Vista, which is 6,500 feet. It rained a lot up there, which it was rainy and cold, which Gary didn't really appreciate. So we went up to Grand Mesa, which was either even rainier, colder, and windier, which kind of drove us up north Colorado. But anyway, I want to go back to Buena Vista because it's just one of the most amazing places in Colorado, I think. And 12 miles away, you got all the supplies you need. There's a river close by. Very little bugs. Perfect weather as far as I'm concerned. It's perfect weather. And yeah, I'll probably go back up there. It's probably where I'm headed within the next week. Probably next Friday, I'll probably be doing a live stream from Buena Vista, unless I wind up something more amazing. But you never know. You never know. And I'm trying to bring the chat back up. Oh, there we go. Itchy Boots has a producer. You know, I thought about that, but how do you explain some of the stuff? She's got a bunch of holes in her videos. If that was my producer and I was paying him, I would have fired him. So somebody else said that she's got production help, but I don't know, man. How the hell is she uploading all those raw videos? That would be the hard thing for me. I would love for somebody to edit my videos, make a good story out of this stuff. that I record. That would be awesome. And you know, take some of the pain out of what I'm doing, because I would love nothing better than just to record and stick my card in a sat phone and upload it. I was thinking something else. Independence Pass. Yeah, we did Independence Pass. I don't know if you caught that. Coming out of Buena Vista, going over into Aspen, right? Yeah. There's better passes in Colorado. But yeah, man, it's hard for me to be critical of Itchy Boots because she does awesome stuff. As far as could they be better videos? Yeah, probably. I think everybody could do a better job, but she does awesome stuff. So it's really hard for me to, you know. And she's got that. What do you call it? She's got a format. Good morning, internets. I am in Cusco, and I'm heading north. And she's cute, and she's, you know, she's got the Dutch accent, and you know, and she's got a pretty cool bike, and she does cool stuff off road, man. If you're a dual sport fool, okay, yeah, there's better riders. There's people doing more interesting stuff than she is, going way further out, but she does cool stuff. I was just watching one this morning where I think she met some guy on a trail in Idaho. She's pushing her bike around a freaking huge tree, and she's got this much room, and the guy's helping her get her bike around this tree that's in the middle of the road. It's pretty cool stuff. I don't do cool stuff like that. I mean, I used to on a dual sport, but anyway, yeah, it's hard for me to be critical of Itchy Boots. I'm jealous of her audience, which is why I like to talk about her on the live streams. That way I can put her in the title. Itchy Boots, and I always talk about her. She also races bikes too. Does she? I don't think she's that good. You mean she runs the Baja on her CRF? She runs past other Baja racers. I don't think she races. I haven't seen that part anyway. I'm not a huge fan, so I don't know everything she's done, but I don't know if there was a lot that would surprise me. Wow, the sun's going down. What happened to my chat? The Idaho one, she was miles from my mom's house. Huh. Yeah, right now, I mean, I would love to hook up with Itchy Boots for the numbers, but really, I think I would rather hang out with Wonder Hussy in a hot tub or a hot springs. I think she would be a whole lot more fun. I don't know. That's just my take. Brian, what do you think? Who else was talking about Wonder Hussy? Oh, Hoagie, you still in here, man? Yeah. Would you hang out with a hairy armpit girl in a hot tub or a hot springs? I mean, I would. There's something about that girl I really like. Yeah, I think it's the Wonder Hussy here. She always does that. Hello, Wonder Hussy here. Hairy pits. She's probably got hairy legs. I don't know. All right, we've got 45 seconds left. I'm going to cut it off at 3 hours because I've got like 3 sips of beer left. Quick questions, anything. I'll try to answer everything before I log off. Oh, hell yeah. Wonder Hussy rocks. It's odd that how many people watch her. And, you know, I would say, is that a popular format that she's doing? Because I don't think so. I think it's eclectic. And I'm always interested in the people that are doing weird things that have a huge audience. And, you know, she's a self-proclaimed nude model. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Better to, street vibes. Lots of people would be searching for that. I'm not above any tagging anything. Learned about Harry Pitts in Germany. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Wally T. Philip, all you guys, man. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out and putting up with all my rambling bullshit. Chris Cook, good to see you. I'll see you probably in a few weeks. When you get back from Scotland, I'll probably be trying to figure out how to put money back in my bank account. So, she's funny. Travel to places. She's at Burning Man right now. Yeah, I'm not going to Burning Man unless somebody bought me a ticket. Always good to see you. Yeah, Philip, it's good to hang out with you, man. Maybe we can hang out soon. Maybe on the way back, if you guys want to catch me on the way back from the West Coast, the desert, because I'm traveling back to Alabama. If anybody wants to keep track of me. Yeah, Scooter Mullet, see you back in Tennessee maybe soon, man. 2 terabyte HDs. Good, that's a smart choice. I hope they were good, solid hard drives. I like Western Digital. I hope that's what you got. If Seagate, we'll probably be able to fix those. Yeah, man, y'all get in touch with me if y'all want to hang out. If y'all want to catch me on my journey back east. Let's camp for a night or two, ride for a day. Looking forward to hang. Hello, Chris. What's up, baby? Have fun in Scotland, baby. We'll see you when you get back. Give Rodney a big wet kiss for me. Lick him on the face. Seagate, yeah, Seagate's okay. It's my Western Digital's always going to be my first choice, but Seagate's okay. So you didn't get a cheap Toshiba piece of crap. Stay away from those SSDs. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out. Good to see y'all. Look for another live stream somewhere in Buena Vista next week. Later.